we're here because of you, and we're allowed to say something because of you. And because you said that, because you guys are here saying, you know what, you guys have a voice, we want to hear it, then we're allowed to be up here, and we're allowed to open doors for, you know, people that are younger than us.
The media is a very powerful enterprise. And if we only depend upon the media to educate us, then we have a problem. We need to encourage our young people to begin to read more. We need to encourage our young people to become familiar with information that is beyond what the media is actually throwing at us.
The signs that are used within the media sends us a message. So if we actually say that in our communities, all of these activities are happening that are negative and are keeping us down, and we don't pay attention to how they're being portrayed, we will not actually realize that what is really happening is things are being shown in such a way that it takes away or is diverted differently from what the reality really is.
There are a lot of young people out there who had to take time off, whether it was to work for their families, you know, to help support the families, or for whatever reason, and are now barely, you know, getting into college at, you know, my age. And I think it is sometimes difficult to feel respected and to feel like, you know, you have an opinion, you know, whether or not you went to school. And if for that reason, you know, I think it's important to continue to go to conferences, to continue to network, to do whatever you can, and make yourself heard. The position that I'm in, where I work, I have found a mentor, somebody who is willing to help me get ahead.
Kind of a dominant theme throughout all the workshops is that we can't depend on adults to be the ones to give us a lot of the information, but we ourselves have to go out into our communities and encourage more peer discussion.
And I was just wondering what you young people are thinking about your water supply, about your land base, about your food. You know, all of us are coming from agricultural backgrounds, and you know, a lot of our relatives are working the fields in Califas to provide food to our supermarkets. I'm wondering if you're working along to that end in your communities, and what you're really thinking about your relationship to your land, to your Mother Earth.
I did a research about the water issue that's going on, and from that I got informed that, you know, we're running out of water supply. I guess we're so caught up in other issues like education, you know, trying to help high school students go to college, that we don't really emphasize, you know, a lot of our work in, you know, environment issues.
Thank you for sharing your experiences and your ideas and your passions with us here today. I often have, I guess, issue with young people being called the leaders of the future. You guys have shown us that you're not the leaders of the future, you're the leaders of today, and I think we need to recognize you as that.
One of the things that we do here at the conference is we invite student leaders who are already doing things within their own communities. So if we bring them all together, they can share and their own experiences, learn from each other, and take that back to their communities. And then that itself helps the graduation rate, the retention rate as well. What I'm doing, I'm also very passionate about the idea of affirmative action. I believe it's very needed as it was 40 years ago or 30 years ago, whenever, until now and in the future. Racism is still a factor in our society, and that still needs to be looked at.
Somebody said that we were going to forget what we were talking about here, and that's kind of an understatement, because we're probably not going to forget because we're leaders, and those of us who might forget, just make sure to work on not forgetting, because we need to keep, you know, doing what we're doing, definitely.
One of the things we focus heavily on is using the resources, the stature of an organization like NCLR to encourage adults to listen to young people, to think in a new and innovative way about young people. We bring in established leaders, we bring in advocates, and we often say to them, you know, give the young folks a chance.
A teacher has 30 kids that she's responsible for, and her priority is taking care of as many as she can, even though some fall through the cracks. But those students that are falling through the cracks, they need to realize they have to step up and ask why, do something about it. And the parents too. Parents need to quit being so scared of these government agencies and ask questions. Don't just take everything because they tell you.
What's Latino? What's Hispanic? What is all this? What's the struggles? And then after defining this is what let us create the path of where we're gonna go, have a vision.
What's more important is options in terms of careers and opportunities, an opportunity to get an education and to be a productive citizen. Our folks are not getting that, and so that's part of what I would want for them. I want them to feel the same kind of optimism and the same kind of si se puede optimism that all Americans or all Americans should have, and lots of Americans do, but too often we do not. I don't want them to ever have to face a high school counselor and have the counselor tell him to take shop and mechanics because being a doctor or dentist or a lawyer or some other profession is out of his reach or her reach. That's what I want.
If you get involved in something, do something that you like and have passion for it. Don't get into something because you're in it for the money, or it's not even about that, it's about something that you're very passionate about. Because otherwise, it's not gonna work out for you.